Yo, what's going on, guys? It is JD here, back with another episode of the I Rate Your Squad series. Episode number 12 or 13, I can't remember. We've been doing quite a lot of these lately. So today, guys, this is going to be the second video made off of this tweet right here, which came out, 4 days ago. And as you can see, 136 replies, which is, again, incredible. So thank you guys so much for the support on this series. And again, we've got another 12 teams lined up here today. So if you aren't in this episode, you might have been in the first one. So go ahead and check that out on the channel. That came out 2 days ago. That came out on Thursday. And then, of course, I will be putting another tweet out probably tomorrow. So probably on Sunday, guys, I'll put out another tweet asking for the next wave of I Rate Your Squad submissions. So if you don't get it in today's episode, or you haven't done in previous episodes, there's still plenty more chances to come. I'm trying to get these out 2 times a week at minimum, maybe even pushing up to 3 times a week because you guys seem to love them that much. But yeah, at the moment, with the amount of stuff that's been going on with all the Kobe stuff that we've been doing, 2 a week has been a good amount. So before we jump into it, of course, a massive shout out to the supporters of the channel in the forms of the MVPs and the GOATs. So the MVPs, we have got Heisenberg, Panda, Joaquim, Geno, Anson, Todd, Lou, and Will. And then the GOATs, we've got Eric, Jason, and Ice Cream. And if you guys want to get involved and become a member as well, there's a join button down below. And if there isn't, then the top line of the description and the top link will show you how it is done. All right, let's go ahead and let's jump into today's episode. Now, we've also had the new content come out yesterday. We had the Flash Set 7 and the new glitch players. And then today, there's actually been a new token market update as well, or there's been new players put into the database. I don't know if they're live just yet, but I know as of recording this, they have been put into the game. So a couple of new players might get suggested today, but let's see how it goes. So first up, we have got Cardinal Flex, who says, "Hey JD, big fan. My guy, thank you very much. I'm a no money spent baller looking to upgrade my shooting guard and point guard. I have about 300k MT. I'm a rim runner. I am very close to evoing Ben Simmons, John Wall, and Bol Bol. Thinking about selling Simmons and Wall and then picking up Shaq. Like to hear your thoughts." So I would say, well, John Wall's not actually in the squad right now, but I assume he's just going to get the MT from John Wall. Des Mason definitely does need an upgrade. Cam Reddish is still fantastic, but of course you can get him an upgrade. Would it be a good idea to pick up Shaq? I don't think so. I think Eddie Curry is fantastic and can definitely do the job. For the fact that Eddie Curry is about a tenth, not even a tenth of the price, less than a tenth of the price of Shaq, I don't think Shaq is worth the upgrade. Ben Simmons is fantastic, but I would probably recommend selling him just because he is so expensive. I'd say sell him and then tactically downgrade to someone like an Opal Draymond, or if you want to spend a bit more, then an Opal Magic. But yeah, Ben Simmons, when he's evoed, is incredibly expensive. Same situation with Bol Bol as well. I would definitely evo him, then get him sold, and then bring in someone like a Galaxy Opal Chris Bosh, who's really, really cheap right now. Or you could get someone like the Galaxy Opal Clay, move Lamar Odom to the 4 and then have Clay at the 3, because again, Clay is really, really cheap right now. So a couple of options you could do right there. In terms of the shooting guard position, Walter Davis and Cam Reddish at the moment. Again, Klay Thompson, really cheap if you don't want to move around Lamar Odom. Klay Thompson is fantastic to come in there. I mean, you could pick up the new Galaxy Opal Dirk if you wanted to really cheese it and have a 7-foot shooting guard, but I probably wouldn't recommend that. But Klay Thompson is going to be the guy. So cheap and about as good as you're going to get in a 2-guard this year. He doesn't have the driving dunk, it's not 99 or whatever, but other than that, the card is exceptional. But a nice little squad to get things going today. We're going to give that one an 8.5 out of 10. All right, next up we have got Charlie, who says, "I have 323,000 MT and 324 tokens." Nearly exactly the same. We love to see it. I'm looking to improve my backup shooting guard and centre. I'm working on evoing Larry Hughes and maybe selling him. Love your vids. Thank you very much, Charlie. So, Larry Sanders, definitely sell. Even though he's at the diamond level, so you've already evoed him once, even if you evo him up to the pink diamond level, he is still going to be awful. So Larry Sanders, he's got to go. He has got to go. Show him the door very, very quickly. So get rid of him. Bring in Eddie Curry, who is not too expensive these days. I think he's about 80k, something like that. But still not too expensive. So bring Eddie Curry in. He'll be a massive upgrade, in my opinion. You're going to evo Larry Hughes and then maybe sell him. Larry Hughes is okay. I mean, he's good as an Opal. But Reggie Theus, I would say, is more of an issue in this squad. Reggie Theus' jump shot is pretty awful. Without being around the bush, it's just not a good jump shot. So if you like having the height there at the point guard position, then I would strongly recommend either the Opal Draymond or the new Pink Diamond Wes Unseld, who is actually really, really solid. And of course, he's got all of the badges of a centre because he's meant to be a centre, so he's got all the defensive badges. He's got like 98 rebounding for a point guard. that's kind of mad. So I would say bring in Wes Unseld or Opal Draymond at the 1. Other than that, you got Kobe, PG, Kristaps, Hakeem. Kristaps, I'd probably say get rid of him and bring in Chris Bosh, because I think Bosh is the more well-rounded player, and I think they're about the same price, so definitely get Bosh in there as the better value card. And then Dwayne Wade off the bench could probably be upgraded as well at that shooting guard position. And again, you could probably afford the Galaxy Opal Clay to fit in there as well. But a very nice squad, a very solid basis of a team right there. Larry Sanders definitely brings down the rating just a little bit, and so does Reggie Theus, just because he is not as good as he should be. But I'm still going to get an 8 out of 10 from me. Next up, we have got Riley. I have 140k plus 2 Evo Larry Hugheses I need to sell, 250k in total. I'm looking to upgrade Mo Bamba and other positions, any other positions you think I need to. Deep hash, I love Nick Young, run offense through him. Thanks, love the vids. Thank you very much, Riley. So we've got a nice little budget team right here, a very, very budget team. We've got Isaac Bonga, Nick Young, Dean Wade, Joe Smith, Marvin Bagley, and then we've got Dwayne Wade, Dennis Scott, 3D, Nick Batum, Danny Manning, and Mo Bamba. So with the cards that came out yesterday, I would say getting Zucci, the Amethyst Center, I believe that's how you say his name. If it's not, I am sorry, I apologise. I think that's how you say his name. Get him in the squad over Mo Bamba, but for sure, like without a shadow of a doubt, get him in there because he's just the better card. Other than that, in terms of like the super budget lineup that you're going for, I don't think you can really improve it that much. If you want to splash out a little bit of MT, then obviously Dino Radja is out there, a nice budget option that isn't too expensive. The new Pink Diamond Larry Johnson is fantastic, and I would strongly recommend him at the 3 instead of the Dean Wade card, because Larry Johnson is like 18, 19k right now, really, really cheap. Other than that, other pink diamonds that you can get that are really cheap, you've got Darius Miles, who can play the 4, because he's 6'9", Larry Johnson comes in at 6'7", so can't really play that position. And then, like I said, at the point guard position, you could probably pick yourself up the pink diamond Wes Unseld, because at the moment he's about 60k, which really is cheap for what he is. Have him at the starting 1, Isaac Bonga off the bench, and then maybe Dwayne Wade to the 2, and then just get rid of 3D. I don't know, but for a budget squad, for his Amethyst and Diamond cards, that's about as good as you are going to get. So I would suggest splashing out a little bit of that MT that you've got. And if you really want to ball out and get yourself an Opal, I would say Opal Draymond Green is probably the best value one that you're going to find. So a nice little budget squad right there. We'll give that one a 7.5 out of 10, obviously just because we don't have any pink diamonds or Galaxy Opals going on throughout. Next up, we have got a God squad from James. I have a lot of MT in my auctions, and if I sell Shaq, I'll have enough for the GOAT MJ. I've been debating it and do think I should. I know he's not worth it, but I don't have any other cards to buy, so why not? Why not indeed, my friend? Why not indeed? So you've locked in the takeover set, which is unreal. So you've got the Scottie Pippen, which is the first time I've actually seen that card in an episode of I Rate Your Squads. This is mad. So shout out to you, James. You've got the Scottie Pippen. Obviously, then you've got Bosh and Giannis. We've gone for the historic Sims and the Spotlight Sims. We've done Kobe Bryant. We've done the GOAT collector level as well. We've got 12-0. We've done Glenn Rice. That's mad. I would say, yeah, go ahead. Sell Shaq. Because you can sell Shaq, and then you can just move David Robinson to the starting centre position, and then you've got Galaxy Opal Hakeem in the club anyway, and I assume you'll have Galaxy Opal Wilt as well, so you've got 2 Galaxy Opal centres to pick between, and then you will be prepared for whatever may come in terms of the GOAT collection. You'll have the Kobe, and you'll have the MJ as well. But unbelievable team, James. It's going to get a 12. It's not going to get a 12. It's going to get a 10 from me because that is just stupidly good. So shout out to you, man. Next up, we've got Lucas, budget player, and have about 40,000 MT, and I'm willing to sell anybody. I want to upgrade my backup power forward. Keep up the great vids. Happy late birthday, and have a fantastic day. My guy, Lucas, thank you so much for the positivity. And then he also says, by the way, I like to peek off screens, and rim run. So we've got Isaac Bonga, Gerald Green, Darius Miles, who's a fantastic card, Scalabrini, Eddie Curry. Then we've got Dwayne Wade, Nick Batum, Rocco, Lamar Odom, and Marvin Bagley. So yeah, Lamar Odom definitely needs to be upgraded. A really cheap upgrade for him is the Diamond Joe Smith. Comes in for a couple of thousand MT, is significantly a better player. And then starting lineup, I'd say move Darius Miles to the 4, get rid of Scalabrini, bring in Larry Johnson at the 3. I think that's going to be an improvement. And then other than that, I don't think you can really do much with the MT that you have. I think you've already got a pretty strong basis of a team right there. Rocco's fantastic. Nick Batum is great as a budget card. And then obviously Eddie Curry, one of the best centres in the game, especially for his budget. And then you could also swap out Marvin Bagley for Zucci as well. That's probably a good move. But a nice little squad right there. We'll give that one an 8 out of 10. I think that's fair. I'm not sure. Next up, we have got Lauren, who says, I have 30,000 MT to work with, and the blank spot is where I want to upgrade. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much indeed, Lauren. So we have got She wants a starting point guard, and then we've got Karen Reddish, Kiki, Spencer Haywood, Bill Russell. Bill Russell, that's an old card. And then off the bench, Louis Dampier, Bingo Smith, Kelly Tripucka, the Pink Diamond. Free agent Blake Griffin, probably needs to go. Westbrook, Gary Trent Jr., Gilbert Arenas, and DeRozan. So, interesting squad right here. Kelly Tripucka needs to be sold. Get your MT back from him. Russell Westbrook needs to be sold. Get your MT back from him. Same as these two guys. Oh, no, that you've locked them in, haven't you? So you've locked in the Gilbert Arenas and DeMar DeRozan for the Bill Russell, who isn't really a great card at this point in the game. So if we're on a super budget right here, which I think we are, point guard position, get yourself Amethyst Isaac Bonga. At the backup center position, because it doesn't really look like you have one, get Zoe Chi. At the backup power forward position, get rid of Blake, get in Diamond Joe Smith. At the backup small forward position, go ahead and pick yourself up the Pink Diamond Larry Johnson, and I think you should just about be able to do that within that 30,000 MT budget. It might be pushing it a little bit, but you should just about be able to do that, especially after selling Kelly and Russ as well. But yeah, interesting squad right there. One of the more interesting squads we've seen. I can't really give that a rating because obviously it's not a complete squad just yet. Next up, we have got Snoopy Moopy. Fantastic name. Big fan here. Thank you very much. Should I consider to grind a bit more to get Kareem to improve my interior defense? Any other weaknesses? I run pick and pop, rim run, peekaboo, Celtics playbook, which is interesting. So I don't know many people who run that Celtics playbook. Thanks in advance. So we've got the Glitch Giannis, which is still one of the best cards in the game. I love that card. We've got the Glenn Rice. You've already gone 12-0, so you know what you're doing. You've got Lamar Odom, Bosch, Eddie Curry, and then off the bench, Magic, T-Mac, KD, Bol, and Taco Fall. Your bench unit is ridiculous. So should you consider getting Kareem to improve the interior defense? I think Eddie Curry is strong enough as he is. I would say Kareem is an upgrade over Taco Fall, absolutely. So you could probably just sell off Taco Fall, bring in Kareem, and then maybe move Kareem to the starting lineup, depending on if you like his release or not. And then to free up some MT, I'd probably recommend just selling off the KD because he's so expensive. Sell KD and then just move AK to the backup three. Andre Kirilenko is still absolutely fine and really capable of playing that position. And then maybe you can make a tactical downgrade from T-Mac to Klay Thompson. If you want to free up a bit more MT, then you can maybe push on to get Shaq. I don't know, that's up to you, but there's a couple of options right there because you've got a lot of MT in your bench unit right here. Your bench is worth millions, which is kind of mad, but a really strong team right here. That's going to get a 9 to a 9.5 out of 10 from me. Next up, we have got Mikkel, who says, hey JD, this is my no money spent squad. I have around 100k MT to upgrade and have Jack Sigma to possibly upgrade Marvin Bagley. I'm up for upgrading anybody except Thon, LeBron, Glenn, and PG-13. I switch around Thon and Green's matchups, but I start Thon at point guard to have height on offense, and I don't blame you for doing so. As we've got Thon, Glenn Rice, Kiki, Draymond, which he says obviously they switch around the matchups, so Dre at the 4 isn't really a problem. Marvin Bagley at the 5, which looks incredibly out of place in this team. We've then got Bron off the bench, Nick Batum, Paul George, Thurl Bailey, and then Eddie Curry down there as well. So straight away, just start Eddie Curry over Marvin Bagley, and then Marvin Bagley, just get rid of him. Get Dino Radja in there. You've got 100k to spend. Dino Radja is probably the best MT or best center you can get for that amount of MT. Get Dino Radja in, move Eddie Curry to the starting lineup, and you've got Thurl Bailey on the bench unit for that length on the defensive end. And to be fair, you've already got that in the starting lineup as well with the Thon Maker, so maybe put Dino Radja in the starting lineup. But that is mad. We haven't seen many people who've locked in for Thon Maker out here, and yeah, you are one of those guys, so shout out to you, man. That's an insane amount of MT to lock in. A very strong squad right there. Already gone 12-0 as well because you've got the Glenn Rice, which is very nice to see. That's got to get a 9 out of 10 just because of Bron and Thon. Next up, we have got... Oh, that's the same tweet as before. That's embarrassing. Next up, we have got Zachary, who says, hey JD, love your vids. I want to improve my starting shooting guard and centre positions and my backup small forward and centre. I have 28,000 MT and will save up. And I'm currently 6-0 on my way to get Galaxy Opal Glenn Rice. Well, good luck on your 12-0 run, because you're probably going to need it, because everyone needs luck these days in 12-0. So he's looking to improve his starting shooting guard and centre position and backup small forward and centre. So we've got Magic Johnson, Cam Reddish, Michael Porter Jr., Bol, Jack Sigma, and off the bench, Dwayne Wade, Walter Davis, Rocco, Thurl Bailey, and then Marvin Bagley. So starting lineup, shooting guard and centre position he wants to improve. Jack Sigma can definitely be upgraded, but for the amount of MT you've got, I don't think you can make much or many upgrades. Out of this, I would probably recommend selling off the... Oh, I don't know. I'd probably recommend selling off Magic Johnson because I think he's your most valuable player. Sell off Magic Johnson, bring in the Pink Diamond Wes Unselled or Galaxy Opal Draymond, and that will leave you quite a bit of MT left to upgrade the rest of your squad. Get rid of Jack Sigma, bring in Pink Diamond Eddie Curry. That's straight away a massive upgrade. And then shooting guard position, Cam Reddish, I think you'll be all right with for the time being. I think you will be fine. And then you'll back up small forward and centre. Again, it's going to be Pink Diamond Larry Johnson in at that backup 3. That's going to be a big upgrade over Rocco. And then the 5, Marvin Bagley. Again, you're probably not going to have much MT left, but if you can afford him, get Dino Radja. If not, just get yourself Zoe Chi. But not a bad little squad right there. We'll give that one an 8.5 out of 10. Next up, we have got Jason. I have 30k MT, and I want to improve my starting power forward and starting small forward and my backup centre. So, starting power forward and small forward is Nick Batum and Karl Malone, which is the first time I've ever seen anybody running that card. And then the backup centre position, we've got Marvin Bagley. So, Karl Malone needs to be sold 100%. Get rid of him. There's no need for him to be in this squad. Dennis Rodman at the 2 as well. That's an interesting shout. Again, I'd probably recommend selling him. Then I would say move Nick Batum to the 2, get Pink Diamond Larry Johnson for the 3, and then Pink Diamond Darius Miles for the 4, as you should be able to afford him quite comfortably. And then off the bench, backup centre position, again, it's got to be the Zochi that just came out. I think he is an upgrade. And for the amount of MT that you have, I don't think you can get many other upgrades for that price. An interesting squad right there. But we'll give that one a 7.5 out of 10. And then last but not least, we have Niha. HAD, I have about 1 million MT and 1,500 tokens. I'm looking to upgrade my starting power forward and both of my small forwards, and I need a taller point guard. Any suggestions would be great. All right, so both small forwards are Chris Mullin and Giannis, definitely a little bit outdated, and then starting power forward is Thurl Bailey, and then obviously the point guards, Gilbert Arenas and James Harden. So, point guards, Galaxy Opal Draymond, the Pink Diamond Wes unsold. If you want to ball out a little bit more, Galaxy Opal Magic, because obviously you do have that amount of MT to spend. Small forwards, Chris Mullin's just not the best, is he? He's just not the best. Pink Diamond Jeff Green can come in at the starting role, and then off the bench, again, Pink Diamond Larry Johnson will be your guy. And then power forward, you've got Thurl Bailey at the moment. You can easily afford a Galaxy Opal, so you can easily afford to bring in someone like a Chris Bosh and Andrei Kirilenko. Any players like that can come in and will do a fantastic, fantastic job. And then I'd probably recommend getting in Eddie Curry over Jack Sigma as well. I know you guys like Sigma, but for me, I just think he can be improved, and I think Eddie Curry is quite a big improvement on Jack Sigma, but not a bad squad at all. You've got Kobe, you've got Gilbert, you've got Brandon Roy, James Harden, so you've done a lot of challenges like I have this year. It's a nice little squad. We'll give that one an 8.5 out of 10, and that is going to do it for this episode and this tweet as well, guys. So this tweet is now dead. Don't reply to this tweet anymore. The next tweet will be coming out, like I said, tomorrow, and then we'll get another 2 episodes based off of that tweet. So I hope you guys are enjoying these videos and continue to enjoy this series. If you are, let me know down below. And as usual, hope you guys have enjoyed. As usual, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.